Good morning, or good day for those of you who are on the other side of the world. My name is Monica and we're going to do a 45-minute yoga class. I've had some requests lately for working on stiff hips and lower back and spine. So we're going to do a little bit of focus on the hips today. But it's a comprehensive practice. In any case, all of yoga is for the whole body, mind, emotional body, health and well-being. So all the poses affect the others, including all the work that we do in concentration and meditation and releasing stress. All of that affects the physical health, and the physical health affects the mental and emotional well-being. So we are becoming in our practice hopefully less fragmented and more grounded in the present moment. So thank you all for joining me. So find a nice comfortable seated position on your mat. Get out your props if you need to sit on a folded blanket or a bolster or a yoga brick. And then once you've got your seated position in easy pose, close your eyes and let's bring our awareness to the breath and to this beautiful moment. Letting the breath drop down deep to the belly, so when you breathe in, you feel your belly expand like a balloon. And when you breathe out, belly goes back towards the spine. To help ground that energy and that focus, you can take one hand and place it on your belly. Focusing on the here and the now. Very nice. Okay, hold on to your knees. Let's start to move the spine, inhaling and exhaling. You know, I love this warm-up for the spine and the shoulders and the breath. Deepening the breath as you squeeze out tension in your shoulder blades on the exhale. Letting it flow. As we all know, the monkey mind makes it seem like we're separate from this moment. You know, like there's a me in this moment or a me and a you. But experience is really telling us otherwise. There's this beautiful moment always. Right? Okay, let's try an eagle warm-up. So when you lift the sternum and you open your breath, open your wings as well, feeling that wide open space. Cross the right arm under the left arm on the top. This is the eagle pose. So we're doing eagle hug like this or eagle pose, whichever you like better. And then we're going to do some Kapalabhati breath. That's that pumping breath to your abdomen. So deep breath in and then exhale, exhale, exhale. Good, then exhale. Take a nice deep breath in. And then bringing your thumbs towards your third eye, take the elbows up. So we're doing a little back bend. Stretching the shoulders a little bit more. And then back down gently, opening up your wings. So feeling uplifted, open up your chest and your breath. Taking the right hand down the left arm over. And stretch out the left side here. Looking up. Long deep breaths into the rib cage. And then on an inhale, coming all the way up. Cross one thumb over the other thumb, and let's lift. Very nice. Okay, lifting the spine. Lift your eyes as well. Feel uplifted. Open up your wings one more time. Take the right arm on the top. And then eagle pose. Can be a hug like this. Giving yourself a nice loving hug, stretching out your shoulders. Or it could be Garudasana, the eagle. Hands and elbows up and away. Deep breath in. Exhale. 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 Good, and then exhale. Nice deep breath in. Fill up your lungs and then exhale. Let's do a ha. Try that one more time. Nice deep breath in. And then a ha. Good, thumbs to the third eye. Elbows are coming up if this resonates. Little back bend. And then releasing and opening your wings. So lift the sternum, open your breath, and we're doing the other side. Breathing into the side of your ribs, looking up if that's available. Good, and then inhale, reach your arm overhead, cross your thumbs the opposite way, and stretch and look up, and then bring hands to your heart. Very nice. Okay, interlace your fingers, push the palms away. We're doing one more shoulder stretch. So pushing those shoulder blades out and then another lift. And then left hand across, right hand back for an easy twist. This is your first twist, so make it an easy one. Steady breath. You can imagine you're squeezing out any fear or negativity or anxiety. Squeeze it out and then come to a forward bend. So letting the front part of your brain just release and let go. And just breathe. Chin on the chest and roll up the spine, keeping those shoulders nice and relaxed. Beautiful, nice massage up the back. When you come all the way up, we're going to change the cross of the legs, so we stretch the hips the other way. And then when you interlace your fingers, change them, so you interlace them differently. And then push the palms away, so you stretch between your shoulder blades and lift. Look up. Nice stretch for the spine, the shoulders, and then take the right hand across. So we're doing a twist the other direction, gentle twist. Easy twist. Good, and then releasing back to the forward bend. Just be, just breathe. And then rolling up one vertebra at a time. When you come all the way up, so the head's the last thing to come up, taking the arms back overhead, crossing your thumbs again so you can reach and stretch, looking up, and then bringing your hands to your heart. Good, let's just take a moment. So to ground this energy, close your eyes again and bring your awareness to the present moment. Now your awareness is always in the present moment, right? Where else would it be? So just noticing that, you're safe. It's still now. You're still here. Everything is okay. Letting your monkey mind sort of take it down a notch. Let the volume of the monkey mind feel like a little background noise. Bring that sense of beingness to the foreground. Let's do a few ha breaths. Okay, do one more. Good, and then open your eyes, uncross your legs, give them a little shake. Hopefully you're feeling a little bit more relaxed, a little bit more whole, not so fragmented. Okay, circle out your joints, your knees, your feet, your ankles, wiggle your toes, move the hips around one way and the other way. So getting nice and loose, get some circulation in your legs, and then we're going to come to hands and knees. So I promise we're going to do some work on the hips. So we're going to do a little sequence for the hips. So we're going to start with cat and cow just because I love cat and cow. And hopefully you do too. It's great for the breath, for the spine, and getting the mind in this beautiful rhythm. natural flowy rhythm of the breath. Inhaling up. Exhale, curl. All that fear energy, you imagine you're squeezing it out in the cat and taking a nice new breath in the cow. Good. All right, let's come to the neutral spine and take your right leg back. Stretch out your Achilles tendon. So that means push the heel of your right foot away from you till you feel a stretch back of the knee, Achilles, and then lift the right leg up, about the same height as your hip or so. And then take the left arm out, and we're going to do another cat, adding a little bit of core work. So curl, and then stretch. So long spine as you stretch. Exhale on the curl. Good. Okay, so we're going to stretch out. Hold it. Just another breath or two, and then release. Good. All right, let's do the other side. So that left leg is going to go straight, pushing the heel away to stretch your Achilles tendon, back of the knee, and then lift. Right arm is coming out for a balance. Exhale to curl. Inhale, stretch. Like a rubber band. Good. Okay, let's stretch out. And this time, instead of bringing your left foot down, take hold of your left foot with your right hand. This is the bow. So we're stretching the left quadricep and hip. It's a little back bend. And then release. We're going to stretch it back out again. And then taking your right hand down, we're going to lean a little bit to the right and see if we can find a balance. And we're going to open up that left hip. So it's another quad stretch, except for I'm trying to open the body up sideways. Might take you a few tries to find your right hand in a place where you can balance. How's that feel in the left hip? Good. Okay, so let's release and do the same thing on the right side. We'll turn around so you can see. So I'm going to take the right leg out, lift it up, and then take hold of the right foot with the left hand. This is the bow. And then stretching it out. Left hand's coming down, leaning a little bit to the left. So you're going to take your left hand out a little bit to the side and try to find your right foot and stack your hips or open up that right hip. I know, a little challenge for the balance there. Okay, let's release to child's pose, knees apart. So bringing your knees wide apart, coming down to child's pose, opening up the groins and the hips. And breathe long and deep. Good, and then walking your hands in. Coming up slowly, slowly. And then we're going to come to downward facing dog. So our first downward facing dog of today, to walk it out. Walk out the backs of your legs. How does that feel? A lot of us have been doing lots of walking, more hiking in our quarantine. So sometimes walking or hiking or jogging can make your hamstrings really tight. So I like to make this little movement with the feet. Stretch out your calves, your ankles, your hamstrings. And then we're going to try to open that hip again. So taking the right leg up, leaning again a little bit to the left. It's sort of what we just did on the hands and knees. So trying to open that right hip up. How does that feel? If this feels good, you can bend your right leg and straighten it a couple times. And then step it back down. And we'll try the left side. So left leg is coming up, leaning a little bit to the right to open up that left hip. And then moving your leg, if that feels good, like this. Bend your knee, straighten it. Yummy. And then come back down to downward dog. Walk it out. And then let's move to upward dog. So upward dog through the plank. Here's an upward dog variation. It's just staying on your tippy toes like this. And push those shoulders away from your ears. And then through the plank. And then walk out your dog a little bit. Adjust your pose. And then try that again. So you're going through the plank. Staying on your tippy toes if you want. Shine out your heart. Through the plank. Downward facing dog. And then one more child's pose to stretch it out. Good, now take your arms over to the right. You know, I love this variation in child's pose. Again, it's reminding us to breathe into the whole capacity of the lungs. Feel that left lung. So important right now. Okay, other side. So breathing into the right lung. Good, and then come back to the center and roll up one vertebra at a time. Very nice. When you come all the way up, let's come up to standing. So take one foot forward, take the other foot forward, come up to standing, and bring your legs a little bit apart. And then let's do some easy twists. So letting the energy flow, letting it get nice and loose. Good, and then slow down your twist, and then gently coming to the center. Taking the left arm up, we're going to slide the right hand down the leg. So this is sort of a mini triangle. Good, inhale coming up, exhale coming down. Right arm coming up, slide your left hand down your leg. So we're stretching the spine laterally. Inhale coming up, exhale coming down. All right, take your feet and then we're going to jump out to a wider triangle. So bend your knees and take a little hop until you make a wider triangle. Take the right toes out. And we're going to go ahead and reach over the right leg to triangle. And then we're going to inhale up. And then just change your feet the other way. And then reach over your left leg for triangle. Not holding it too terribly long. And then inhale, coming back up. Change your feet again the other way. So the right toes are out, and then reach into the triangle. Inhale, coming up, squeezing your obliques. Maybe the legs are teeny weeny bit wider as you change your feet again. So really gradually making our triangle slightly wider if that feels good to you. Kind of a nice flowy movement. A little bit wider now. Hopefully you feel like you're loosening up. Let's do this just one more time. This is your widest triangle without losing your balance, okay? Without it not feeling awkward. Oh, we're getting pretty wide now, right? Really opening up those hips gradually. Okay, resting the arms down. Both feet are straight ahead. Interlace your fingers behind you. Give your shoulders a little squeeze. Back bend if this feels good. Inhale up, exhale, coming down. Hands over your head. Okay, so walking your hands forward, we're going to go to a lunge. So I'm facing my right leg in a high lunge. So that left leg is straight. Once I've got the high lunge, you can open up that left side again. So left leg is straight, left side is opening, looking up to your left thumb. So the whole left side is opening. Okay, change arms. So the left hand's coming down. We're opening up the right side. This is a twist. Good. And then the right hand's coming down. Taking that left knee all the way to the mat. We're going to do one more opening on the left side. Sinking the hips, like making little pulses here. This is where you may need your brick. If this is available, if it feels good, you can reach for your left foot. If not, just leave your left hand up in the air. And look up. Good, okay, back to the high lunge, and we're going to step to the plank. Wow, I'm really feeling my left hip here. How about you? All right, once you got the plank, your choice, either knees, chest, chin to cobra, or coming down chaturanga style, and then back up to your up dog. Either way. Okay, let's go to child's pose extended, and rest and stretch. And bringing your awareness back to the present moment, to your breath, to that sense of being here and now. Good, and then coming up to hands and knees, taking the right foot forward. So we're going to go back to the high lunge. Back to the high lunge, and then walking towards the front of your mat, the prasarita pose, meaning a wide-angled standing forward bend, just like we did in the triangle. Holding your elbows or holding your ankles, whatever you can reach. Good, and then let's walk over to the other side. So we're going to do the other side. I'm in high lunge with the right leg straight, and once I find my high lunge, opening up that right side. Using your brick if you need it. Looking up if that's available. Good, now we'll twist. So you keep your legs the same, change the arms, so you twist to the left. Good, bringing that left hand down, the right knee is coming down, putting a blanket under your right knee if you need it. This is the low lunge. Now I'm going to open up that right side, stretching that right hip a little bit more. If it resonates, taking hold of your right foot. If not, just leave your arm up and look up. And breathe. Good. All right, let's release this lunge and step back to downward facing dog. I think we're ready for a little break in downward dog. Walking it out, pedaling out your legs, swaying your hips a little bit. Stretching out those hamstrings. And then let's do knees, chest, chin to cobra. This is really good for tension in your upper spine, this move, this little dip. Cobra can be up to here, can be just down here. Listen to your body always. Good, and back to child's pose. Good, rolling up one vertebra at a time. Very nice. Okay, when you come all the way up from child's pose, circle out your shoulders. Good. And then let's release and give your legs a little shake. Okay, let's do some lying down poses for the hips as well and for the spine. So, we're going to use the brick. So please get out your brick if you have one. If not, you will try something else. We can do it without the brick as well. But the brick is fun. Okay, so hands to your heart and starting to roll down one vertebra at a time, coming down to lying on your back. And then we're going to come to an easy bridge. So if you don't have a brick, you could use something else like a pillow or a bolster, something like that. And I'm going to put the
brick on a low height. So this is a very low bridge, okay? So I've got the brick on a low height, and then taking the right knee towards your chest, take that right leg up straight, and then point and flex your right foot. Good, now step that right foot back down. Okay, left knee towards your chest, taking that left leg up. Same thing, point and flex. Loosening up your ankle, calf muscle, hamstring. And then step it back down. Okay, taking your brick, put it at a higher height. So it's the next higher height, and we're doing the same thing. So right leg is coming up, point and flex. So it's a little bit more stretch in the hips. And then bring it down. Try the left leg. And bring it down. Okay, so for some of you, you can put the brick on a higher height, or just stay where you are, and we'll do it one more time. So I've got the brick on the highest height. Remember, the brick is on the sacroiliac joint, not on your lower back. And then I'm going to do the same thing. Point and flex with the right foot, and then step it down. And then the left leg. You could be using a pillow or a bolster, cushion from your sofa, whatever works for you. And then here's another option. You can try to straighten your legs. This is a bridge pose variation. And once you've got it in this sort of a bridge pose variation, taking the arms back and stretch. So you really get a nice stretch in the top of your hips and the back of your neck. So stretch, 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 and then taking the arms down by your sides. We're going to go to the bridge, so taking your feet on the mat, hips width apart. Remove your prop, if you've got a prop, and then interlace your fingers behind you. Give your shoulders a little squeeze. Weight on all four corners of your feet, so if you're not sure, wiggle your toes, and then place them back down. Good, and then release. From the bridge, bringing your knees to your chest, rocking from side to side. Good, and then we're going to circle the knees in opposite directions to each other. How are the hips feeling now? Circle the other way. Good. Okay, little squeeze, taking the left foot to the mat. We're going to do the pigeon. So crossing your right ankle over your left knee, bringing the left knee towards you. Notice I've got my right foot flexed just a little bit, and give your knee a little squeeze. Long, deep breaths. Good, and then release your pigeon, cross your right leg over your left leg. Or try for the eagle, which is wrapping your right foot behind your left calf somewhere. Arms are out like the T, taking your knees to the left. This is a really big twist. You're stretching the outer hip as well, the lower back. Good, and then coming to the center. When you come to the center, taking that right knee back to a hug. Give yourself a nice loving hug. And then if you can, taking the left leg straight. We'll see how that feels now in the hips. And then straightening your right leg. We're into splits, little movements with your right leg if you want. And then trying a little ab curl, bringing your forehead to your knee. Good, and then inhale, bringing the head down, using your core to take that right leg down. Slowly, slowly. Good. When your legs are together on the mat, take your arms behind you. We're going to make sure everything's all lined up. So have a nice stretch, and then bring knees to chest. Rock from side to side. Good. Okay, so let's do pigeon on the other side. The right foot's on the mat, the left ankle's crossed, a little flexion in that left foot as you bring the right knee towards you. Hands can be here as well, or you can use a strap. And then close your eyes, breathing down into the diaphragm, long and deep. Really letting that juicy, yummy stretch ground you into this beautiful, omnipresent moment. Feels so good to squeeze out fear and stress and tension and tightness and sitting at your computer and all that stuff. All right, let it go. And then wrap your left leg around your right leg. So you can do an eagle twist, taking the arms out. Palms can be down or up, either way. And then we're taking the legs over to the right and head to the left in this really nice deep twist. Close your eyes and breathe. Filling up your lungs all the way. Good, and then when you're ready, coming back to the center, gently here on the eagle, and then taking your left knee to your chest. Making sure your head, neck, and spine are in a straight line. I do it by taking my ponytail and pulling it. You could also take your hand behind your head and just make sure the back of the neck is nice and long. And then if it's available, that right leg can go straight. As your left leg comes up, you're in a little splits. Little movements with your left leg, but never yanking or pulling hard. This is super gentle, super loving. Just letting the contraction in your body caused by fear, stress, lifestyle, letting it all open, let your energy open. And then if you want, you could try curling your abs and bringing your forehead towards your knee. Getting a little bit more stretch in your hamstring. And then taking your head down, and then on an exhale, see if you can take that left leg down using your core. Good. All right. So using the core again, take both legs up, and we're going to do dead bug pose. So here it is, dead bug. So letting the shoulders drop and the legs up in the air. Close your eyes. And just be. It's super restful for your lower back. Good, and then one more time, knees to chest. Circling your knees in opposite directions to each other. A couple of times one way, a couple of times the other way. And then this is our last stretch for the hips, taking hold of the ankles from the insides of the legs. This is Baddha Konasana, lengthening out the back of the neck. If it's available, wrap your index and middle fingers around your big toes, soles of the feet up, and then pull down on your big toes. Happy baby. And then for some of you who are pretty bendy in the hamstrings, you can try taking your legs in a V like this. If not, just stay here in happy baby. We could try back and forth even. And then taking your legs up. If you can keep hold of your big toes, go for it. If not, just bring your legs back up. I'm going to let go, and we're back in this dead bug pose. Little shoulder stand variation, and then taking the arms down to the mat, using your core to bring your legs down. And we're coming down to Shavasana, or any relaxation pose that you like. I like sometimes to relax in Baddha Konasana like this, and then you would take your props, Bring the props under your legs. So you're letting your hips relax and release, hands on the belly, and bring your awareness to your breath. If this doesn't resonate, just let your legs out in Shavasana. So you feel your belly rise when you breathe in, and belly drops when you breathe out. Good. Now I'm going to hold the space for you while you relax. So we're tuning into this present moment together. And the mind, the monkey mind, likes to split apart this beautiful aliveness into lots of little bits. And all those little bits are like the colors that come out of a prism. When light is shined through the prism, there's one light and then lots of colors coming out the other end. And those are beautiful, beautiful, lovely colors. We love all these colors, all of our uniqueness. But the light is one. And when we forget about that in our bodies, in our emotional bodies, in our hearts, sort of like forgetting that we are one life. And then fear comes in and grabs hold of your energy. So with every exhale, let go of fear. Just feel the well-beingness of this moment. Letting go of stress and tension anywhere in your body or your mind. Feeling that breath of life flow through you. Feeling so grateful for being alive in this moment.
Now bringing your awareness to your breath and make your breath nice and deep. And then gently start to add some movement into your body. And then taking your arms behind you, have a nice stretch. Lying down, stretch your feet, your legs, your back, your arms, your fingers. Big stretch. And then rolling over to a fetal pose. And then we are going to meet together in a meditation, a short meditation. So at your own pace, find a sitting pose that's easy. And once you've got it, close your eyes and tune in to the well-being of this moment. Notice it, appreciate it. Where do you feel this well-being? And let it grow. So bringing your hands to your heart and bowing down to that one beautiful light that we all share. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me, and we'll see you next time. Have a beautiful rest of your day or evening. Peace and love to everyone.